Even though they ruin our games the other half of the time, they do let us skip Paris.
Yin and yang, it all balances out.
The only time the endorsed one players are helping us.
Welcome to Would You Rather in Overwatch Edition. In today's video, I brought Nateson on the channel to play this fun little game with me featuring your guys' questions. I went to my Discord as well as the community tab on YouTube, let you guys pick the questions, and the most popular ones ended up on the chopping block. And that's already all the backstory you need. Now without further ado, let's get right into it. Honk on Discord asks, would you rather be one-shot by Doomfist or Widowmaker?
Doomfist.
Why though?
At least I could see it coming.
Well, do you though? Like sometimes it's just coming from some weird angle, and before you even see anything, it can react. You're just gone. Action is coming.
Yeah,
dude.
but even when it's one of those really fast, like he's waiting on a perch behind, hunting his prey. Like you still see it more than you see the 1 mile away Widowmaker that's been hard scoped for 2 minutes.
Honestly, I'm still gonna go for Widowmaker. I think it's less frustrating because the thing, if you have enough experience in the game, you know most of the sightlines. And I made a meme of me dying to Widowmakers because I was not paying attention. Why does Widowmaker exist? But honestly, it's like if you do pay attention, it's usually avoidable. But Doomfist, it's like if you're a support or a squishy and he comes in with like a Doomfist Reddit rollout, you're just gone. And there's nothing you can do on your own unless you're like a specific hero. And that's what really annoys me about it.
Well, if you're on your own, you're pretty screwed. Yeah. I'm thinking like, yeah, in terms, I don't know why my brain is instantly going to like Hanamura pushing second point. Like if they have a Widow versus if they have a Doomfist. And if they have a Doomfist, I feel like you have a shot. You know, if you're not alone, if you're not an Ana in the back line without sleep on, like if you're alone, like if you get headshot by the Widow, you're gone. There's nothing you're doing about that. But if you see the Doom coming, your team can at least, if you have a Deep Zarya, you can get the bubble or you can get the defense matrix. You can maybe get healed luckily out of it. You at least have a shot, I feel like, against Doom.
You can't expect teammates to be competent in Overwatch. It doesn't work like that, Nate.
I play at GM, so it's a little bit more reliable.
Well, you know what? Some of us don't play in GM, and I'm gonna go for... I think I would rather be one-shot by Widowmaker. That's my final choice.
All right, yeah, okay.
All right, next question from Craze on Discord. Would you rather go pro or stay as a content creator?
Stay as a content creator.
Why?
Yeah, I don't need to think about that one that much. I really don't enjoy the game at the level of professional play. I don't think I've ever enjoyed any video game to the point where I'd be practicing with the team like 6 hours a day, which is probably generous. They're probably playing like 8 to 12. I can't do it that much. Plus VOD review, it's like they never stop playing because that's what it takes to be that good.
Yep.
So which I already feel lucky to be able to play with them in competitive matches. But dude, I could not do it. Like I love Overwatch, but dude, I cannot play a game that much. I am very happy to like be more involved with the community than being a player.
So I do think if we look at this in like this general spectrum of like a super successful pro player Overwatch League versus a super successful content creator, the content creator usually makes more money. In our case specifically, for me to go pro would be an upgrade financially speaking because I don't make that much money, but I still prefer
I don't make
just
50K either.
Yeah, exactly. But I still prefer making content, so I'd rather just keep doing this essentially.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, if they were to offer like a stupid amount of money, I mean, I'd be like, okay, yeah, sure.
If you want me to throw your games for money, let's go. Sounds good.
But it would have to be a lot of money, because even if it was like a lot of money, I still don't know if I'd really want to do it, because I know it would kind of just throw me off, and I would not be super excited in that space being a pro player. But if it was a ton of money, I mean, I'd be like, all right, guys, let's do this. This can't be that bad.
It can't be that hard.
Yeah, I'll take $1 million and be on the team for the year. Okay,
thank you very much.
A fair deal. That's how much I'm worth. Definitely. To feed as Doom in their backline for.
I got all the Reddit rollouts down, dude. Just like they won't ever see him coming.
Yeah, the only Overwatch League player that's endorsed one. Nateson.
Oh my god. All right, next question. Speedy on Discord asks, would you rather play this game every day for the rest of your life or never again?
I'm having a lot of fun with it still. So I'd play it every day for the rest of my life. I mean, that's what I've been doing for the past 3 years, so why stop now? Maybe
like
I'll be a top
changes?
10 player in 35 years.
the thing is that before 222 PTR came out, I was like, Overwatch is not that bad. I'm having fun. Then I played PTR. Oh my god, 222 is so much more fun to me than the regular Overwatch right now. So I'm dreading playing live, and I'm just waiting for this to go live. But I'm inclined to agree. I'd rather play it every day, including the frustrations I experience, than never playing it again, because it's just that good of a game to me. Next question. We're finally moving to the YouTube questions. Vantoy135 on YouTube asks, would you rather climb a mountain or climb in ranked?
That's an easy one. I would rather climb in ranked. Give me to top 10.
I'm a little conflicted. Like, I'm a chunky boy, I'm a fat guy, but the thing is, I don't mind climbing and walking as much as other people do, and at least I know how far I can get on the mountain versus how far I can get in ranked, so I'm almost inclined to say climb a mountain, honestly. Now I'm going for ranked, that's way easy. I can just sit at home and play video games, that's fine. Frederick Sandal on YouTube asks, would you rather queue for 10 minutes or play Reinhardt?
Would I rather queue for 10 minutes or play Reinhardt? Yeah, I'll take the 10-minute queue.
You really don't like tanks? Or Reinhardt specifically?
I think I've said it about 100 times, like in my matches to my teammates, but I say, guys, I will literally play anything but main tanks and Sombra. And Lucio. It's like, the main ones are main tank and Lucio, but I've been throwing in Sombra lately because I don't have fun playing her. Yeah, main tanks and Lucio to me are just absolutely no fun. I've never had, it's because when the video game starts to feel like a chore, I want to stop playing that video game.
I mean, it's subjective, obviously, what you're into, what you're not into. I like playing Reinhardt, personally. Also, 222, I feel like I would just queue for any role because I enjoy playing any role, but that's assuming they nerf Orisa. Like, I like playing Reinhardt. I really don't like playing Orisa because Orisa feels akin to what playing Mercy feels like to me. Like, that's where it gets into chore territory. I don't like doing that. But Reinhardt, sure, yeah. I'll play Reinhardt if I can avoid a 10-minute queue. Why not? Okay, next question from AZ Fishy on YouTube. Would you rather play against Bunker or Goats?
Bunker.
What? Excuse me? Explain yourself, sir.
I think it's a lot easier to get past than Goats.
That's a DPS play speaking, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
God, okay.
It's way easier because DPS in Goats is pretty freaking tough.
There is no DPS in Goats.
Exactly. You can't because you get F'd on.
Okay, listen. For me, you didn't hear me complain about Goats as much as other people because A, I wasn't really playing competitive much at all, and B, I'm a Zenyatta main. Having my entire team around me and me just being able to do free damage it's great. I love that. And when I came back to competitive play, I was duo queuing with a friend of mine, the other Nate that people know, and sometimes they mistake the two Nates. When we decided, when our team collectively decided, let's go Goats, that's when we had the most fun. Not because we were running Goats, but because everyone agreed on playing one composition and they wanted to play the composition. So I'd rather play against Goats because I know we can just murder the Goats and try to outplay that, rather than shooting shields for half an hour. So that's gonna be my call. Neko on YouTube asks, would you rather play Paris or Temple of Anubis?
Temple, every time. I like Temple. I'm
Paris
crazy.
Is the worst map in the entire game. Like, you may like Temple, it's not about me liking Temple, it's about me really disliking Paris. Paris is a really bad map.
It's definitely the worst. And can we have a moment of silence for all of those players in our Paris games on alt accounts that will dodge the lobby for everyone? Thank you to those
We
players.
thank thee.
We thank you. It happens so much. It's actually
it does,
so great.
Yeah. Thank the Lord for these alt account players that dodge that.
Even though they ruin our games the other half of the time, they do let us get Paris.
You know, yin and yang, it all bounces out.
The only time the endorsed one players are helping us.
That's so true. Oh my god. Okay, moving on. Oh, this one's interesting. Nano Tenko on YouTube asks, would you rather have a map vote but still have 2 CP, or not have a map vote but remove 2 CP?
Well, so let's say, okay, so if you remove 2 CP, we have the payload maps and we have the King of the Hill maps.
And hybrid.
And hybrid.
Yeah.
Which still kind of feels like 2 CP. So I guess we might as well just have map vote and 2 CP, and we'll hope everyone votes to skip the 2 CP. But I do like some of the two, like Anubis we talked about. I do like playing on Anubis, especially because I have a lot of time on Genji now, and Genji can just go off and do his own stuff on that map. Same with Tracer. And so I don't feel as stuck on those maps. But God, we get to Paris, it's the worst, and Horizon Lunar Colony. But my favorite maps are King of the Hill, your Ilios-like maps, your Oasis. And
I'm so not surprised. King of the Hill
Those
is
are
such a
so
like
fun.
DPS thing. People like it's become kind of a meme where people ask me, "Do you even like any maps in the game?" I'm like, yeah, I like King's Row, but
That's a good one, of course.
Yeah, naturally, it's a really good map. It's not as good as Hollywood according to some, but you know.
Yep, Hollywood is my favorite map in the entire game. And you know
Anyway, people, the thing is, I hate 2CP. I don't think 2CP is well designed for Overwatch, and I also don't like King of the Hill. I think King of the Hill is very much like a DPS favorite, but here's the thing. Overwatch is an objective-based game, we can agree on that, right?
Yes.
King of the Hill and 2CP don't have actual objectives. They have arenas you fight in, and the capture percentage is just an excuse for a massive brawl. It does not feel to me like an objective-based game mode, and that's why I hate it. Because DPS players are just going on their flanks, and if they're not good enough, I lose my game. So I feel like I have very little impact there as a support.
Can you just say a 2CP, like when you're taking the first capture point in 2CP, isn't that just an excuse for a brawl over there?
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I don't like both of these modes.
Point?
With the hybrid maps, but it's multi-stage. Like you're fighting for that one point, and then you move throughout the entire map, and that's why payload and hybrid feel better.
Well, I think my reasoning for liking the King of the Hill maps is because they're just exact mirrors of each other. One team is not offense, and one team is not defense. Both teams, it's like you're just saying go, and go have fun. And I like that in Overwatch. The maps are exactly mirrored. Everyone is on the same even footing. It's not one team has high ground because they're defending first point Anubis, and the other team has to have their fun trying to push through that shit. And then it's just an exact mirror of each other, and both teams are on an equal footing when it's King of the Hill, and I think that's what's really fun to me.
Yeah, but
or at least that's what's appealing.
To me, it implies like needing some level of strategy to push through these points. Like, yeah, there's always defender and attacker bias depending on what part of the map or which map we're talking about. But to me, that's like, it's part of the game where you have to learn how to deal with that. Like, hey, we have to be on the objective to increase the respawn for the enemies. So we need to have a composition that plays on the objective. We can't get away with playing double sniper and having our tanks dive into the enemy spawn, stuff like that. Whereas on King of the Hill, it's literally just like, just go frag. And I guess that's fun for some people. I get how that can be fun to people. To me, who's looking for a cooperative, team-based, objective-based experience, I just really hate both of these game modes. So,
are you saying that my DPS colors are showing by liking those maps so much? Because I can just pick Tracer and go off and say, screw you to my teammates.
I've heard that so often from DPS players, where I'm so inclined to believe that DPS players love King of the Hill.
It is. No, I think you're absolutely right.
So to get back to the question, after all this discussion, I would rather have a map vote with 2CP than not having 2CP without a vote.
So we have the same answer.
Yeah, essentially.
We'll go us.
We're just embracing that. You know what? Some game modes are better than others. At least there's some level of variety. And we can choose.
Yeah.
I mean, we can vote for it.
I do like the idea of map vote. That would be fun.
I really do as well. Dude, they really have to do it. It's such a like basic feature that I think they need in the game. Rodem Toll on YouTube asks, would you rather get actual communication or a God Widow on your team?
God Widow.
Every time?
Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree. You don't need communication if your Widow just annihilates
you.
You
really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, in a perfect world, it's nice to have it all, but I'd rather have the God Widow, and I know I can deal with my own stuff, like my own weight of the burden I have to carry. Like, I could do my part. If the Widow's doing her part and above, I think we'll be okay.
Honestly, as a support player, if I know my Widow always frags the enemy Widow, that's all I'm asking for. Because if I don't have to worry about that sightline, I can just play my own DPS Zenyatta. That's all I need. I mean, I like communication. I like when people have fun in the game and they talk and all. But, like, I'm not having fun if I constantly get fragged by a Widow, so I really like having a God Widow on my team.
It's really good for morale, too, when, you know, it's the blue Widow kills the red Widow in the top right corner every time. It's like, oh, thanks.
Oh, we got to pick, boys. Let's go.
Wait, is it top left? I can't believe I can't remember that right now.
It's top right. It's definitely top right.
It's top right.
It's definitely top right.
Maybe I've been playing too much Call of Duty or something, dude. I don't know.
And that's all we got for today. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then do let me know by dropping me a like on your way out. And if you want to see more, leave a comment down below letting me know who you would like to see featured next. But until then, thank you once again for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more. And I hope to see you guys next time.